I would rather die than live this way.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. We've seen so many successful stories of the people who have transformed their lives to live a healthy and happier life on My 600 Pound Life show. But there are some participants who have made history on the show with their unstable mindsets and rigidness. So in today's video, you will see some unstable people of My 600 Pound Life who have blown the minds of the viewers. Gina Krasley. When 28-year-old Gina Krasley, weighing 600 pounds, once appeared on the show, she was bound to a chair doing nothing, just eating or sleeping all day, with the exception of taking a bath once in a month. In fact, her mother and wife, Beth, got both frustrated with having to take care of Gina. Once Beth expressed her disappointment in what her marriage turned out to be because Gina is unable to get intimate with her. Therefore, Gina decided to seek help from Dr. Now, but unfortunately, she wasn't approved for gastric bypass surgery, as she was supposed to lose 50 pounds for that in just 2 months. But she kept finding lame excuses for not following the strict diet and instructions given by Dr. Now. Even she started claiming that the trip to Houston from New Jersey was quite stressful. But all the struggles of herself and her wife turned out to be very disappointing. When she came back to Dr. Now, she actually gained 8 pounds instead of losing some. Now gave her last chances and stern warnings, but they didn't work in her case. So, Gina had only lost 50 pounds by the end of the show and only came down to 556 pounds. Bethany Stout. Bethany, a 40-year-old mom dealing with obesity, appeared on the show and was honest that she relies on food and can't stop eating, because food gives her comfort and helps her to self-medicate from her depression and anxiety. In fact, she claimed that she would even trade food if she could. Her daughter Isabella and husband Sheldon were the ones who took care and brought food for her throughout the day. Her eldest daughter says that she will do anything for her mom, as she loves her very much, but all Bethany wants is none other than food. But during the first weeks of her journey, she claimed that she's doing great and following her diet. But later on, it came out that she'd been lying about all of that, as she just lost only 14 pounds. But when she got approved for the surgery, all that didn't take long, and she started gaining again. But it seems that Bethany, being careless, only cares about her cravings, and nothing can stop her, as food is the only thing she cares about. Therefore, she ultimately quit the program, as the weight loss surgery hadn't worked the magic she expected. Shanae Murray Hopkins. A participant weighing 665 pounds named Shanae Murray got featured on the show as the heaviest to be known. The actual reason why she started gaining too much weight was because of her miscarriages, sexual abuse she faced in her childhood, and the bacterial infection in her legs. But people remember her because of her problematic nature and her relationship with Dr. Nazaridan that was quite rude and weird. He wanted to help her out, but she never tried to listen to his advice. In fact, she started gaining more weight, and her husband was once caught red-handed bringing pizza and burgers for Shanae Murray in her room, and they placed the boxes in someone else's trash can. Therefore, Dr. Now suggested to her that she should leave the program if she's not willing to lose weight. Because, despite losing weight, she started gaining more, and after some time, Dr. Now canceled her weight loss journey as she was unwilling to stop overeating, and her behavior was quite rigid as she kept insisting that her weight loss is a part of the divine scheme. She even said that she is submitting her weight loss plan to God's plan, so if God wants her to go for gastric bypass surgery, it will happen. Julius J.T. Clark. With a starting weight of 892 pounds and with a 100-pound lymphedema mass, which is a blockage of lymph fluids that can result in severe swelling on his leg, JT was one of the heaviest individuals to ever be on the show. He was in quite bad shape, so Dr. Now suggested that he should stay at the hospital for a month. There, he lost 100 pounds, and during that time, he went through a bad breakup with his girlfriend, which made him feel all alone and depressed. Then, Dr. Now sent him to rehab, where he was supposed to be in good shape, but as he was able to order takeout, he therefore ended up losing just 10 pounds in 2 months. When the doctor asked him about that, he shocked the viewers, saying he hadn't gained more weight since he had come there. But Dr. Now refused his statement and said that at his size, he should lose 100 pounds a month. But Clark kept saying it was just Dr. Now's opinion, and claimed that in rehab he felt depressed and therefore he craved to eat more, and that's why he wants to lose weight at his home. So, Dr. Now replied to him that with this attitude, he would just kill himself with food, but just like a defiant teenager, he replied, "Noted," with an attitude. Lisa Fleming. Lisa Fleming is the one who gained enormous fan outrage in 2018 due to her stubbornness and manipulative behavior. In fact, her episode was declared as a particularly hard one to watch by the fans of My 600 Pound Life, especially when it was shown that in the folds of Lisa Fleming's body skin, literal maggots were living, which were first discovered by her daughter. The actual reason why she started gaining weight was when she saw her brother murdered in front of her eyes. Since then, she became stubborn and unobedient. In fact, on the show, she was seen eating a bowl of ice cream in bed, and even when the paramedics showed up at her house with a wheelchair to take her out to Dr. Now's place, she kept a bowl of ice cream as a reward for her boyfriend performing sexual favors. But when she went there, she was sent for physiotherapy and even to a nutritionist, but she didn't change her eating habits. She even did a quite dramatic performance when Dr. Now refused to take her complaints seriously. She even threatened to take her life. Due to her misbehavior and rude behavior, Lisa was kicked out of the weight loss program. Marla McCants. Marla McCants was actually at the edge of dying as she was suffering from arthritis, diabetes, gout, and she had a lymphedema as well. The mother of 3 kids couldn't stand on her feet because of her heavy weight, and in fact, she hadn't left her bed for a long time. Her daughters were the ones who were bringing her food and taking care of her, as she could get angry at them if not. Do you know, Dr. Now once claimed that Marla was the heaviest patient he had ever seen on the show. She started gaining weight because of her depression, which started after she dealt with her abusive boyfriend, who shot 2 officers who came to rescue her. That traumatic incident made her stay at home, and she started binge eating. But her weight was at about 800 pounds when she met Dr. Now. She was told to follow a strict diet to lose weight, but because of lack of cooperation and her rigid behavior, she was sent back. But luckily, after a year, she managed to stand on her feet, and her weight came down to 534 pounds. Robert Bushnell. With 842 pounds of weight, 41-year-old Robert Bushnell started his weight loss journey. In fact, he and his fiancée, Catherine, moved to Houston, Texas to be easily monitored under Dr. Now. He managed to lose 124 pounds at the very first month of his journey alone, but when he was sent to rehab, where he started walking after dropping his weight to 547 pounds, and even he had gotten removed one of the lymphedema masses from his right side. But despite all those good signs, he became depressed and got addicted to painkillers. Then, Dr. Now took him off from his painkillers, but he started claiming that he feels so much pain that he couldn't move now. In fact, he tore his stitches just to get his pain medication. Therefore, Dr. Now suggested that he should go back to rehab, where he refused to walk or even move, and after some time, he tragically died of a heart attack. Angela John. Do you remember Angela John? She made the most controversial statements and showed her stubborn behavior on the show. She even said that she felt awful being on My 600 Pound Life show, as she was being punished by all of them. Angela had quite a tragic backstory related to her prison time, drug addiction, rape, and sexual abuse. All those traumatic incidents made her binge eat as a comfort. When she met Dr. Now to seek his help, she was weighing 643 pounds. Although all the struggles Dr. Now did to make her lose weight, she instead ended up downright combative with him and claimed that Dr. Now was punishing her, and also called the program nothing but bullshit. On the other hand, she lied about smoking to Dr. Now and made matters worse for her when she got tested positive for opiates. During her journey, she only lost 48 pounds and did nothing except continue abusing drugs. So, being disappointed, Dr. Now told her to go to rehab center or to end this weight loss program. And that's exactly what she did. She chose this second option. Thanks for watching this video.